let's talk about keto. The keto diet and my experience with it. I don't like talking about dieting stuff. I think that's a little bit of a touchy subject for a lot of people, and talking about health and how things are good for you and things are not good for you and how life changes and all that stuff and whatever and whatnot, and stuff like that gets super iffy to talk about. I don't know a lot, and I'm not saying I'm a professional, so don't like go based off of this video and like try keto yourself. I would recommend doing your own research and finding all that stuff out. What they recommend you to go through in general ketogenic diet guideline is 75% fat, 20% protein, 5% carbs. It's known to be pretty good with helping people with brain function and energy and people who have like diet issues. There's definitely different types of recipes online for keto that I will go ahead and link some of the ones that I've tried out down below that are great. They taste just like the normal thing, and honestly, great substitutes. I made like a lemon muffin at one point during my keto experience, and it was fantastic and delicious, and I loved it. And I will leave all of that down below. But pretty much what I'm going to move on from that and like the gist of keto is my experience. So my experience is I enjoyed keto because of the food, and I honestly generally, just as myself, really like really fatty foods. Like I love greasy fatty foods. Like that was just always kind of like my thing. So this kind of diet was actually a lot easier for me to do, and almost felt like I wasn't even technically on a diet per se. Carbs for me was never really that big of an issue for it to be taken out completely, because I am gluten intolerant, so I can't really generally eat bread all the time and have pasta all the time and all that stuff. Like I eat a lot of rice, but that's because I'm Asian and I freaking love rice, and rice is like a known Asian thing. Taking out carbs was not that hard. I also lost quite a bit of weight on keto, which was actually surprising for me because I was in a place of where I wasn't really happy with my body. I'm not saying that you need to be happy with being a certain type of weight and you need to fit into that mold or whatever. Like, you don't need to, and if you're happy with the way that you look now, great. I love that. That's awesome, and all the power to you. And I want you to be happy about it, and I want you to rock it and be confident about it. But at the time, for me, and sorry about the lighting, keeps going in and out, I wasn't happy with my body. I wasn't happy with the way that I felt. I didn't feel great. I felt very sluggish. All my clothes didn't really fit me anymore. I was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I was going through crazy depression and like anxiety and all that stuff because of not only the food that I was putting into my body, but just different aspects of life going in. I enjoyed my time on it, and I lost quite a bit of weight. Now, I started off at 140 something pounds. 140 something pounds. I'll put the proper like number up. In kilograms, I was 65.5 kilograms at my heaviest weight, and this is when I started keto, was in April. I was at my heaviest point. I didn't feel confident about myself. I didn't even feel beautiful, and I didn't like that. And knowing me, I always felt the most confident when I was healthy and in my best shape. I'm not saying that I was ever really like in the perfect shape with like the perfect body and like muscles. Like I've never been really the one to work out like crazy. Like that's just not really me, but I've been trying to get back into it. So we'll see if I post some workout videos later on. Now, currently I am at 57.7 kilograms. In pounds, that's about 127 pounds. I lost a total of 8 kilograms in body weight. Now, for some who go on keto, their skin gets a lot better. For me, that didn't happen. I naturally have really dry skin, and I have pretty clear skin. I mean, aside from like a couple breakouts that I will get. And on keto, that actually made things a little bit different. I ended up starting to get really bad cystic acne that would hurt, and it would also make my skin swell. So if I were to touch a certain portion of my skin, then this whole area would be like swollen, and it would be like almost like it was bruised. My main issue with keto when I went on it was that I actually had a lot of stomach problems. Now, during keto, it was fine. I'm just talking about when I had gotten off of keto. Because I was staying away from carbs and all of that stuff, and I didn't eat any bread, I was able to digest it, and where I would only break out in a skin rash. Coming off of keto and being away for so long, because I was on keto since April to July, so I was on it for about 2 months. I had the worst stomach pain coming back into going into carbs and eating bread again. Once I had a taste of bread, just even a small bite, which never really affected me before, it didn't affect my skin anymore, where I would break out in rashes, but it would affect my stomach. And so I had the worst acid reflux, the worst, throwing up, full on every kind of stomach issue, stomach flu feeling, virus feeling issue after eating a single piece of bread or a single piece of gluten. So I wasn't able to have pizzas anymore. I wasn't able to eat bread. I wasn't able to even have like sourdough. Sourdough was even painful for me. And sourdough, known for those who aren't even celiac, gluten intolerant, are technically okay for you to have, which was okay for me to have before, and now I wasn't able to. Given that factor, I definitely recommend when you go off of keto, if you decide to ever go on keto, to ease yourself back into carbs. It wasn't easy for me, and definitely it changed my body a lot, and your body digests a little bit differently after keto. Oh, also, for the women out there who, have periods, right? We all go through that time of the month, and let's just say on keto, you get way more moody and you get really intense period pains. I didn't go on keto alone, and I went on it with my sister, and we both had really bad keto influenced periods, which were intense. Heavy bleeding, a lot of pain, super hungry during those times of the month, and extremely exhausted, like super fatigued. Okay, I am coming in a couple days later, figuring out a couple of things that I didn't really know before. So I'm sure a lot of you who are actually into health probably know this too, especially when it comes to working out. When working out and you're trying to build muscle, on keto you can't really do that because your muscles just don't work properly. And so keto is great for people who are trying to lose weight and lose weight quickly, and yes, it works, and it's great for brain function. But when it comes to keto and working out and trying to build muscle, it doesn't really work very well because your body needs carbs to burn, and your body needs the carbs to build muscle. So if you're trying to go that route, I would definitely recommend not going on this diet. And if you want to try it, you can go ahead and try it. Just do your research, like I said before. And if it fits for you, then great. Anyways, love yourself, love your body, have confidence because you guys have it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.